what's good, everyone? I hope you are having a great day, week, and if you have been going through it, whether it's today, you were upset, or honestly you've been going through it for the last couple weeks. Just remember, God always got a plan for you, and there is something, and basically there's light at the end of the tunnel. For me, I've been going through it. That's why I haven't been doing so many reviews lately, but if you know me, I'm a straight shooter and I'm gonna tell you how it is. I don't care, what's going on. Like for me, I like to share. So if you do want to see a little bit more me sharing, check out that live I did with Optical Reviews. And then I think like 2 weeks before that, I did a review with High Ace about some wrestling that I posted on this channel because the wrestling channel has some issues streaming there because I just restarted that one. But regardless, let's get into the review that I got for you guys today. Let me just check the mic is on. Yep, we're good to go. And it is the AfterDark INHUMAN Pre-workout. Now, this one is with the label of the Matrix. Look how fresh this label is right here. If anybody's seen the Matrix, well, you have to have seen it. If you haven't seen it, you better go check that out. And it has the After Dark Rabbit because that's their trademark logo. Like when you go to their website, and it's pretty dope. Honestly, I don't know if they got hit with any trademarks on this, but regardless, it looks fresh. And also, they got the red pill here, so you know that they're not choosing any blue pill. They're going with the red pill in this one. So it's pretty cool that they attached it to the pre-workout. And I thought I was gonna get a different type of pre-workout in the sense of, hey, this label looks like a limited edition pre-workout or label at least to match a new ingredient profile. But I checked online and it's the same one. I believe it just changed, the label changes with the flavor, so that's pretty cool. And they went with a tropical gummy flavor that they got right here, and they put it in bright red so you guys can see this. And also, before anything, I do want to give a big shout out to NutriCartel because NutriCartel threw this one in my last NutriCartel order. If you guys know, they always throw in free supplement, free sample packs, whatever it is, for everyone to try out. So I'm not exclusive, like just to get free stuff. No, I have to pay certain amount whenever there's like a deal, and then they just throw in a free supplement, and it happened to be this one. And I'm gonna do a review on this because I haven't done an After Dark supplement review in a while. The last one I did was on their protein, and I think that was like their strawberry. I think it is like chocolate chip cake. I forgot how, but it's been a while. It's like 8 or 9 months. But that flavor was slamming, and I'll put it in the at the end of the video so you guys can go see that review. And it also had me like circle back to the new supplements that they have been bringing out. Or let's move on to the flavor that I got right here. So the tropical gummy. So this one's a little different because they actually merged the two flavors in the sense of, like, if you had anything tropical, like a strawberry, like more of a fruity vibe, and they meshed it with a gummy bear flavor. So it is on point with both flavors, and it is slamming. For me, I got a little bit more of a strawberry flavor at the end, mixed with a gummy flavor throughout the whole time I was downing it. And you do get a little like a pinkish coloring, so there is some food coloring in here, but it's not any crazy. The 3 times that I did try this pre-workout out, I did down it with 8 ounces the first time. I felt the 8 ounces was had it a little bit on the sweet end, so I did 10 ounces, and then I did 12 the third time. So for me, the sweet spot would be 10 ounces because at 12 ounces you will lose a little bit of the flavor, and it'll be a little watery. So uh, 10 ounces will be perfect instead of 12. But everybody has a different palate. But regardless, this is a great flavor and a different flavor. I haven't seen anybody do a tropical gummy flavor. Excuse me. Yeah, sorry for that. I tried this little ghost one that I found. This is the OG original ghost, and honestly, this is fire. Almost tastes like a Red Bull, but with the ghost aspect of it. Regardless, guys, sorry for that, for burping at least. So at the end of the day, this flavor gets my stamp of approval. Now let's move on to the ingredient profile, which I will put up over here. So supplement facts, you are getting it says 13.2 grams for a flat level scoop. Now I'm gonna tell you straight up, it is not a flat level scoop. You will have to weigh this one out. And like I always try to do in this year's videos, and I think I started, I think towards the end of last year, that I do take a picture of the scale um and how much it weighs. So here's a picture of it. So you see, it's a little bit off, but if you are like me, you like to be on the perfectionist level, even when it comes to weighing this. So you will have to weigh it out. We are getting 21 servings in here. Now, 21 servings is their go-to number for pre-workouts and supplements as well. Because previously I tried their original EPO, the creamsicle flavor, and that one was also 21 servings, and I've seen 21 servings on their new EPO as well. For their protein, it is 25, so you're good on that end. But so for this ingredient profile, it will match the price and the serving size. So for me, I find that it was like if you look it up online using the discount code and everything, you'll get it for a decent price regardless. Now, the first portion of this ingredient profile, we are getting some vitamins. We are getting some vitamin B3 as niacin at 20 milligrams. We are getting some vitamin B6 as pyridoxine hydrochloride at 10 milligrams. We are getting some vitamin B12 at 500 micrograms. We are getting some chloride as sodium chloride at 120 milligrams. We're getting some sodium as sodium chloride at 100 milligrams. So let's move on to the Rage and Energy Complex portion of this pre-workout. Now we are getting a formula, which is a delayed release caffeine matrix, and it is a combined. It says 400 milligrams, but they do give you the yield of 375 milligrams of caffeine, and it says it is a delayed release caffeine matrix. Now we are getting caffeine anhydrous, decaffeinated malate, and micro encapsulated caffeine. Excuse me for that. And it says 400 milligrams, but they do give the yield here, so you don't got to sit down there and do your math. Nah, they said it's 375 milligrams of caffeine. So if you know me, anything above 300, I'm counting it as a high stim pre-workout. So meaning 375 milligrams, I am already awake and already ready to go in the gym. Now, let's move on to the next ingredient in this Rage and Energy Complex. Now, we are getting some theobromine HCl at 200 milligrams. Now, when it comes to any ingredient that you see with HCl, that means that it is attached to hydrochloric acid, and it basically is skipping a step, meaning that your body doesn't have to do an additional step to break down the ingredient, so it hits faster. The same thing you can do, like you can use the same science when it comes to creatine HCl. It skips a step. It skips a step. Excuse me, and your muscles get that creatine faster. So um, we are getting the theobromine that is going to come in effect really quick. Following that, we are getting some Neural Rush, which is a trademark name for caffeine or cafe arabica extract at 150 milligrams. So the next ingredient in here is some alpha yohimbine at 1.5 milligrams. So for all my alpha yo lovers, you are getting some alpha yo in here, and at 1.5, you already know you are going to feel it. Anything now, following that, we're getting some inhuman muscular volumization. We are getting some L-citrulline malate at 5,000 milligrams. Now, it doesn't say 2-to-1 ratio, but I'm leaning towards that end because it is L-citrulline malate. So you won't get the full dose of one of the L-citrulline, but regardless, it's in here, and there are some other ingredients that will give you a great pump. Following that, we're getting some L-taurine at 1,000 milligrams, and following that, we're getting some glycogen polymers, which is a combination of dextrose and D-ribose at 750 milligrams. Now, this is different than any other pre-workout that I've ever tried, in the sense of them using dextrose and uh, D-ribose. Hopefully, I'm saying it correctly. But I know dextrose is a recovery ingredient that also helps with hydration. And I'm trying out a supplement as we speak that has dextrose in it, and it actually does help in recovery. Some companies use it in their intra or pre-workout intras, so that is something that helps with the one helps with the recovery and the hydration. So at the end of the day, I feel like this is more leaning towards the endurance, meaning that it will have you working out more in the gym and actually burning more fat and getting the additional reps and sets that we all want. So let's move on to the next portion of this, and we are getting some neural activation and anti-crash matrix. Now we are getting some L-tyrosine fermented at 500 milligrams. Now I've never tried fermented L-tyrosine, but I believe that they would not add this if it wasn't working or if it didn't work at all. Now the next ingredient we're getting is some L-theanine at 100 milligrams. And following that, we're getting some huperzine A at 100 micrograms. So remember, now let's get to the last portion, excuse me, of the ingredient profile, and it is for the explosive strength. And we are getting some beta alanine at 3,500 milligrams, so it is above the recommended amount. Because recommended amount, if you are new to the channel or new to betas, it is 3,200. So we're getting an additional 300 for this, so it is a now plus. The last ingredient in here is creatine pyronix. Excuse me if I said that incorrectly. Trademark name for creatine pyruvat and L-arginine and L-pyroglutamate at 500 milligrams, and that is the ingredient profile. So let's jump into the experience of the INHUMAN pre-workout by AfterDark. For the first 10 minutes, you will feel the betas at the 8-minute time frame, and they do last until the 15-minute time frame, but you will feel them in your face, in your hands, also a little bit on your arms. And you will feel like a little tingle, but more in your face. I felt them around my eyebrows and a little bit like, around the forehead more than anything, and in my hands especially. And they will stay there, like I said, until that 15-minute time frame. And then, they take a little bit of a back seat, but that's when you start feeling a little bit of the nootropics, a little bit of the energy start kicking in. So it is a fast hitting pre-workout, but also the alpha yo, I noticed that it takes a little bit of time to build. So I would say around 35 minutes, maybe 40 minutes at most, it will take you to feel the alpha yo and the energy, and basically the whole pre-workout comes together around the 35 to 40 minute time frame. Now if I were you, I would recommend you take this pre-workout minimum 20 minutes before you dip from your crib. So let's say if you work out like myself at 6 in the morning, take it at 6 in the morning on the dot. If you got to walk your dogs like myself, then you would walk your dogs, or then you prepare yourself to go to the gym with your gym bag, whatever it is. And by the time you are driving to the gym, you will start feeling the betas and a little bit of the energy come in. But then by the time you're hitting your first machine, whether it's cardio or whatever, you will already feel everything come together. Now, the first time I did try this one, it did hit me hard with a more of a energy and focus more than anything. But the alpha yo came at the end, just because I was playing basketball the first time I did try this. It was with my brother, and we finished off with some jump rope as well. So I felt like it did help on the endurance aspect of it when, especially when you are running a lot, especially if you're doing like half court or full court basketball. So there is one aspect that I do want to talk about that I noticed more than anything, especially on the first time I did try this playing basketball. So it was more of a focus and a nootropic hit, but then at the same time it gave you like a nice mental clarity, which was great because if you know that about shooting or playing basketball, you do have to be focused on the rim, and especially in the AM, you're not all that alert. But then, so when we move on to the second experience, that's when I actually saw the pumps come in because I did a split of doing chest and arms that day, and honestly, I did enjoy it because the focus and the energy and the endurance that you do get from here, and also the nootropic hit does help you when you are lifting weights. But I do want to add, before I move on, I do want to add that the creatine that is in here is a boost because you don't have to stop, add the creatine or add your own creatine. You're good to go with just putting the scoop in the water and you're good. And in the sense of you will skip a step. That's what I'm trying to get to. Now, coming back to the second experience, when I started lifting the weights, I did see a little bit of it was a mix of a swole slash vascular look, but for me, I started seeing the vascularity towards the end in the sense of once I finished my workout and once the pre-workout was flowing through my body and the circulation increased, the blood flow, I did see like the veins pop a little bit more here, and as you can see, like over here as well, it got swole in the arms as it usually gets for me. But more about this big vein that's here and one that pops up on my shoulder. So that was a cool effect in the sense that you get both the swole look and the vascular look. And the same thing happened the third time I did try this one, but I tried this one for back and legs. So third time around, I did see the calf muscles did pop out, and the vascularity on the calves were amazing. So all in all, guys, this is a great pre-workout if you're looking for something different that has alpha yo, that is not too high with the caffeine, has creatine in it already, and also has great nootropics, and will give you that focus that you do need. And the plus about this pre-workout is that you can take this every single day. There are no illicit stims in here, but you will feel a little bit more of an elevation when it comes to your mood, and it does last about 6 hours. The same thing with the energy. I would say an additional hour for the energy just because of the delayed caffeine matrix that they do have in here. So that is a boost, so you won't be reaching for a pick me up later on in the day. But coming back to this, you can take this every single day, and also if you are somebody who is sensitive to caffeine, then you can take half a scoop and you will still reap the benefits of this workout. That I would like to add to this review is that I did take this to the gym, and people were like, yo, you're going in, and they were like, hey, I saw you putting a scoop of some matrix pre-workout and in your shaker, like, and I see you're going in, like, who makes that? And I'm like, oh, AfterDark makes this Inhuman pre-workout, so the label is gonna attract people, or at least have people like wondering, like, yo, he's on that matrix flow, or like, they're gonna come up to you if you take this to the gym. So that is a plus, and honestly, it kind of helped. Like, I felt good because it was like, okay, you're going in, I want to try this one out, and I refer them to where they can find this. If you're looking for a pre-workout that has alpha yo, the innate caffeine boost, mental clarity, focus, and something that will keep you in the gym for more than an hour, then look no further than the Inhuman Pre-Workout by AfterDark. And you can pick this one up at NutriCartel.com. Use my discount code WFS for 15% off your entire order. With you guys. So with that, guys, I'll catch you on the next one.